as he had a hold of Avery Hayes. So the net is empty for Pittsburgh. The extra attacker on. Anthony Mantha played it cross ice. Now Sam Girard lets one fly. Throughout the game, particularly on the power play. Brian Rust out there along the boards now. Malkin there as well. It comes free to Erik Karlsson. High slot, some room for a shot by Rickard Rakell, and it wound up in the corner. Rust played it back to Karlsson. He lets one go, and they score! Might have been tipped in along the way. A power play goal for Anthony Mantha. And another great start for the Pittsburgh Penguins, up 1-0, just more than 2 minutes in.
Right here, Rust will eventually get it to Karlsson. Karlsson's shot is tipped by Mantha, and it beats Igor Shesterkin. Karlsson head up the entire way. This is a waist-high shot, and Anthony Mantha, who has been nothing but a free agent grand slam for the Penguins. A one-year deal. That's 21 goals for Mantha.
1 year after playing in just 13 games with an ACL surgery, Hayes got blasted right in front of the Ranger bench. Here's Noah Lamba the other way, and a glove save made by Skinner. Another key to the Penguins' success this year, the ability to jump out in front. Karlsson, that's off the glove of Shesterkin, who couldn't squeeze it again. Karlsson back of the line, swept it across. Rust moved it quickly and has it back for Malkin. Rakell and Mantha setting up shop in front of Shesterkin. Malkin. Right to the bottom of the circle. Rust scores. Brian Rust, a power play goal and a 2-0 lead for Pittsburgh 3 minutes in.
New York is challenging the call on the ice to determine if there's goaltender interference prior to the goal.
So we'll have to look at Anthony Mantha, who's in front of the net. We'll see it. They're over there on the headset.
Well, let's bring in our rules expert, longtime NHL referee Dave Jackson. Good afternoon, Jax. What do you think?
Further video was determined that there was goaltender interference. Therefore, we have no goal.
Sure looked good moving the puck around. That first unit, anchored by Erik Karlsson, is off to a great start.
Arm saved by Shesterkin. Try from Tommy Novak. Tipped along by Igor Chinakhov. It's been another terrific acquisition for the Penguins. That shot right on and turned aside. 37-time scoring first. Is ahead of them in that department. 4.5 minutes now without a whistle. Good passing down low again. And a nice stop by Shesterkin on a close-in shot by Kindle. Boy, the passing impressive early from Pittsburgh. That one tipped right on by Lafreniere, and it hits Skinner. NHL games night after night, as we do, and most of the fans I'm sure watching today do, right? That's one of the things that is consistently amazing, how adept players are at tipping pucks. And that shot wide to the short side from Tommy Novak. Another having an excellent year, playing the best hockey of his career. Karlsson, there's another one of those tips from Malkin, went off the side of the net. The Rangers, they have 2 shots on goal. Here's Kendall, nifty move out in front, and a sliding stop by Shesterkin.
Really really nice work by Kyle Dubas.
A fantastic job, and then the players have to do their job, making Dubas look good with the way they've performed. But it is remarkable, and a tip of the cap to Dan Muse and his coaching staff, and they score again. Ryan Shea just threw it toward the net through a crowd, and it went in. Looked like it was tipped in by Noel Acciari.
So now he's got, this is the move here. The bench went, whoa! And then Shea shoots this. In front of Shesterkin is Morrow and Acciari. I think Acciari gets this. Oh, you know what? It hit Morrow. I'm with you, Sean. I thought Acciari got this. Watch the spin here by Shea. Right here, he pulls Laba. Now he's going to fling it to the net. All these great.
A hiccup or two along the way, but not for very long. And they're playing great hockey right now. There's that release by Chinakhov. And high in the air, but not out of the ring. And a shot right on by Zibanejad. Squeezed between the pads by Skinner. Fox has it back from Miller. Minute 18 on the New York power play. Pittsburgh leads 2-0, nearly midway through the game. Miller. Crowd wants a shot. They get one and they get a goal. A power play goal from Mika Zibanejad.
Beautiful set play. Look where Zibanejad is. He's going to wait for Trocheck to take the pass from Miller. And then he comes out of that bottom circle, out of your picture, and now he makes himself available. He goes over top of Lafreniere. Almost impossible to deny unless Shea has his stick in that pass lane. He does not. It goes Miller half wall.
Right on cue, it's picked off. Chainikov played it ahead for Novak. He went to the backhand and didn't get it on goal. It comes back to him. And a save made by Shesterkin.
Not it. Novak deep on Shesterkin. He turns that aside.
So the third period starting where the second period ended with the edge in play for New York. But Pittsburgh still hanging on to a 2-1 lead. Here's Gavrikov walking and they score! Tipped in at the goal front by Taylor Radish.
Back after that first period, they dominated the second period. Here is good work out of the corner. Brisson will find Gavrikov, the Rangers' fourth line. Connects for the goal. Gavrikov, who's had a terrific first year in New York, finds Radish with the deflection around the left.
The Brennan Brisson, his first point as a New York Ranger. He got called up from Hartford. There's a shot on goal, finally by Miller. The follow-up is covered by Skinner.
And watch Perreault go to the front of the net because the puck's going to come right to him again. In the second period, he had a goal post and swiped one just wide and open net. There's Perreault again right on the doorstep. He's going to fight this puck, but he can't get it in front of the goal line to swat it into the empty net. Perreault started that play by giving it to Miller, and that's a heck of an effort by...
Good stood up by Trocheck. And a takeaway by Malkin. Has Chainikov with him. Backhand blockered down by Shesterkin. It came out to Cooley. Morrow, the defenseman, centers one. Cooley trying to bat it out of midair. Lafreniere turns and fires off the right pad of Skinner, who's able to smother it.
Self to the front of the net, and Lafreniere's going to get this 15-foot chance through the screen off of Cooley, and Skinner able to keep it a 2-2 game.
Carlson for Kindle. Spinorama put it right on. Shesterkin. Malkin with some speed. Good stick by Perreault. On with Cooley and Fox for New York. Puck comes free. Backhand by Kindle. Retrieved by Lafreniere. Looked like he was going to reload and stayed in his own. Has a shooting lane and a great stop by Skinner. With under a minute to go in overtime. The return by Carlson. And a save at the other end by Shesterkin. And 15 to go. Malkin just on. Takes the handoff. To the left front. Stopped by Shesterkin. A huge save by Igor. Malkin again. Stopped with 5 seconds to go.
Last bit here has just been brilliant hockey. Malkin off the bench is going to test Shesterkin twice. Once to the forehand, he goes Shesterkin.
All the way to the right boards. And he scores!
Coming into the slot, waiting and trying to surprise or beat Skinner to the ice. Skinner does.
Has had a terrific 2 months as a Penguin, but stopped here by Shesterkin.
Realize you, Dekingham's really difficult, so you got to beat him at the shot. But he's
a chance to win it. JT Miller stopped by Skinner.
Blocker of Stuart Skinner, and that'll leave it to Tommy Novak to try and stretch this shootout. One more shootout.
He goes wide to his left and does not score. The New York Rangers, one of the few bright spots of this home season, rally from 2-0 down to win in the shootout.